position coaches and critique ourselves, listen to what we messed up on, and kind of just correct what you messed up on. Don't let it happen again, or just if it's technique, go out on Sunday, work on those techniques that you messed up on, and just continue to perfect your game. Try to be perfect. Try to be great. Be just not mess up those things anymore.
Huzzie, you talk about being JMU being jaw dropping, which I understand. I mean, jaw dropping for a lot of people.
Yeah.
As you look back on that game, I mean, are you embarrassed by that personally?
I mean, yeah, I was pretty embarrassed after the game. Not anything to knock against JMU or anything, but just personally wise, I mean, I didn't play my best. We didn't play our best as a team, so that's what I was more embarrassed as in putting that product on the field and the results that came with it. But I mean, yeah, I would say I was pretty embarrassed. I was, pretty embarrassed. Yeah. That's a good word.
Not trying to talk to you.
No, yeah, that's the word that was used. So I mean, yeah.
Elijah, we were talking to Jeff yesterday, and one thing he was talking about as far as, missed tackles going forward, he was saying at times guys might be trying to do too much, whatever a given assignment is on the play. What do you think is kind of the root of that, and is that something that you noticed on film, maybe someone maybe overcompensated on a given play, things like that?
Yeah. I mean, I'd say just the missed tackle itself that I could see, that I've seen from just the game. I think just missed tackles killed us tremendously. But I mean, yeah, you trying to do somebody else's job, it can get you in the long run. But if you make the tackle, it might not be as bad. But you try to do somebody else's job and miss the tackle, that's just two in one stone. So I mean, yeah, I feel you can't do another person's job. You gotta trust your brother that they're gonna be there when they're supposed to be there and make the plays whenever they come their way. So just vice versa, you being able to make that play when he sets up a play for you. So it goes both ways.
Right. And then going off of that as well, how much of a point of emphasis has communication been, the last couple of days, and just kind of going off, what you said, what each other's doing and sticking with each other's assignments and things like that.
We really just been focused on ourselves, honestly, focusing on the defensive wise, controlling what we can control, doing what we can do, communicating more. In practice today, we overly focused on running to the ball and coming and making a tackle. So I mean, just going back to the basics. You gotta go back to the basic one-on-one in football and just doing the little things right and overly communicate with your brother as long as we on the same page. I really don't feel like nobody can beat us, nobody should be able to hurt us if we're all on the same page. So just going back to doing the basic things and having fun playing football.
But you do have a Pittsburgh team that's rolling in here undefeated, without giving away anything. What concerns you about them when you look at their offense and everything?
Oh, they have some nice receivers. They have a good quarterback and a running back. I'm kind of familiar with these guys. I played against them at my other school, ETSU. They was at Western Carolina, so I've seen them a good bit. But they're pretty talented overall. They have a good team. They trust their young quarterback to come in and play ball. So I think as long as we just do us, play ball, communicate, and we're saying, have fun and just do the basic stuff that we've been doing since forever. I think we'll be all right.
Has it been fun around here the last couple of weeks? With the losses going in, has it been fun around here?
Yeah, I mean, it's not fun when you're losing, It's just when you start off winning and then you go in a little hole for the last 2 games. But I mean, it's fun, just the opportunity to go play football and still put that uniform on every Saturday. So it's fun regardless.
You guys good?
I got a question about Pitt. With Holstein is probably the best passer you guys have faced this year. What makes him so difficult? Is he a guy that throws well on the move? Is he more? I know he can run some, but is he a pocket guy when he's effective passing? What are his strengths, and what do you guys have to focus on?
I mean, his arms definitely his strength. I think his legs can hurt too. So I mean, just being able to be dual threat, being able to throw the ball, run the ball, sit in the pocket whenever you need to. Honestly, I think the receivers make the show. I mean, he throws the ball, but somebody got to catch it. So I mean, and his O-line does a pretty good job. So I mean, I think he's pretty good. He's talented. He's a talented quarterback.
Do they have more speed than they did maybe a year ago? It seems like they might have some more speed.
Yeah, they got some transfers in. So I mean, they definitely got more speed on the outside.
When we were talking to Jeff yesterday, he mentioned that the unit meeting you guys had on Sunday night, he's kind of a pretty long meeting to sort of get into everything. What did you feel like was the tone of what he was trying to tell you guys? Just like what were the vibes of that thing like? I mean, you know, it seemed like you guys got into it pretty good with what is going wrong. Like, just if you can talk us through some of that.
I mean, first off, we kind of had like a heart to heart. You know, we kind of just stated the obvious, like what happened, like why we lost, and like just certain plays that we knew we had messed up on. So just walking through those plays and like trying to correct those plays, and then like he was saying, like it really was just tackles. Like, I mean, you can teach a perfect play all the way till you get to make a tackle and you miss it, and it's just defeat the purpose. So I mean, just finishing plays and like going back to playing just defense how we did at the beginning of the year. So really just having a heart to heart, like, and talking as men, stating the obvious, correcting the obvious, and I mean, taking that and moving forward. Like that's one thing we can do, taking it a game at a time, and just continue to play football, have fun, and just correct what's needs to be corrected.
Did you feel better coming out of there as you did, as opposed to going in?
Yeah. What, you talking about the meeting?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's always not as bad as it seems. Like before you throw the tape on, you're like, man, I just had a bad game, man. I know I'm gonna get ripped on this play or something like that. But I mean, it's not as bad as it seems. Like when you throw the tape on. So yeah, I felt better leaving it than before I went in, for sure.
I don't remember exactly what point in the game it was, but that point we returned, I think the dude guy like tried to like tap it behind his head, and you kind of ended up picking it up. Like you gotta take us through that play a little bit, and have you seen because he looked like he was in the end zone when he tapped it back. I'm never really.
He was.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I thought he was gonna let it go, but like when he kicked it, I was like, cause last week, it wasn't last week. Maybe it was like the first game, Minnesota, or maybe it was Charlotte. I don't know, whatever previous game it was. The dude hit it, like he tried to save it from going in the end zone, and I remember like, I can get that ball, like, but I just never did it, and I was like. Then we talked about it in film, and like Coach Galloway was like, if they hit the ball, you can return it. Like, even if you fumble or like do anything, like we get it's like a free play. So I just kept that in the back of my mind, and when he went over my head, I'm like, I ain't gonna call it a fair catch. I'm gonna just see what he do, and it just went in my favor, and I just took it and ran with it.
I know there was one of the weeks Matt was talking. It might have been like after the Central game or something. He was saying he was kind of talking to you about running back. I guess more punts and close fair catch and things like that. What do you kind of remember about that conversation, and I guess putting that into practice as far as when to take the space and when to kind of just keep possession of the ball.
Yeah, I kind of just I mean it's like a judgment thing back there. Like it kind of looks simple from the sideline, but until like you actually get up on their ball and like you just sitting there waiting on it to fall and people running at you. So I mean, I just base it. I'm just being smart. Like I just base it off smart plays. So I know any play is a positive play when you can return the ball, but mainly just receiving the ball. So I mean, when those plays come my way, I take advantage of it. But other than that, I just catch the ball. But it's always a plus to get yards.
Did you feel like when you did pick up that ball and return it, did you surprise them? Because I think a lot of people in the whole place were like,
yeah.
Wait a minute, you can do that? Like did you sense that Duke was surprised by that?
Yeah, because everybody they just kind of looked around like, hey, what is he doing? I'm like, I kind of surprised myself that I did it. But I mean, yeah, it was surprising.
It looked like people slowed down.
Yeah, everybody thought the play was dead. Yeah,
Right.
The play was dead. Like even the dude I was like a couple yards from me, he kind of just stopped. And when I picked it up, he was like, oh snap! Like I gotta go.
What's that guy doing?
Yeah. Like what's he doing? Why is he running? Yeah.
When Lonnie told you that, did that when he said that's a live ball, whenever it was, did you say like, oh man, I hadn't thought about that? Like did he sort of teach you something in that moment?
He definitely did teach me, but also I think last football season, what's it dude from Memphis? I don't know who it was, but somebody picked up a return like that and took it to the house.
Okay. And
I was like, ooh, I didn't know you could do that. And then it's kind of like a refresher, like a reminder that you could do that on this play, so you might as well take advantage of it.
We were looking at each other up there when it happened, because we thought the guy was in the end zone.
Yeah.
And I was like, isn't it like basketball if you're out of bounds, you're out of bounds, right? Like,
Yeah.
I think in college the ball has to land.
Yeah, it has to cross the goal line, like the ball. Yeah, but you can even be behind in the end zone and hit it back in and stick.
See, that's what I thought he did.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Once it crosses the goal line in college, it's dead. In the NFL, it has to hit because you can dive in and get it out. Now, if his feet were in the end zone, then they probably blew it. But
Yeah.
whatever. Still ends up play.
Yeah.
All right. Go hit your meeting.
Thanks, Elijah.